Have you ever woken up, looked at the clock, and realized you're low on energy before your feet even hit the floor? Maybe you've tried oatmeal or fruit, only to find yourself crashing mid-morning. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. As we get into our 60s, 70s, and beyond, our bodies handle carbs and sugars differently, and a heavy breakfast can leave you feeling sluggish and foggy. In today's video, we're sharing 12 quick, no-carb, no-sugar breakfasts tailored for seniors who want sustained energy, mental clarity, and the freedom to enjoy their morning without a sugar crash. These recipes are easy to prepare, require minimal equipment, and pack in protein and healthy fats to keep you feeling strong all morning long. We're going to cover the first 3 breakfasts right now, starting with 2 classics you probably already know, just tuned up to be completely carb and sugar-free, and then a surprising twist on a familiar favorite. Each one is friendly for most diets, but I'll point out if something might not suit you, like dairy sensitivities or nut allergies, so you can pick and choose what fits your needs. Let's begin with the simplest one. Classic scrambled eggs with spinach and avocado. It's a staple for a reason. Eggs are one of the richest, most bioavailable protein sources you can eat, and they contain all 9 essential amino acids that help maintain muscle mass, which naturally declines as we age. To make it, crack 2 large eggs into a bowl, whisk lightly with a pinch of salt and pepper, and pour into a non-stick pan over medium heat. Before the eggs set completely, toss in a handful of fresh spinach leaves, just enough to wilt, and remove from heat. Slide onto your plate and top with half an avocado sliced. The spinach adds fiber and antioxidants to protect your cells. The avocado contributes heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and vitamin E, which supports skin and joint health. If you're sensitive to dairy, you'll appreciate that this recipe skips cheese entirely. But if you tolerate it well and want extra creaminess, a tablespoon of grated Parmesan folded in at the end is delightful. 15 minutes, 1 pan, 0 carbs, and you're set for the morning. Next up is a breakfast that feels indulgent but stays firmly within the no-sugar, no-carb zone. A smoked salmon and cucumber roll up. If you enjoy a little luxury in your breakfast, this one's for you. You'll need thinly sliced smoked salmon, about 2 ounces per person, a small English cucumber, a smear of cream cheese, if dairy tolerant, and a few sprigs of fresh dill or chives. Slice the cucumber in half lengthwise and scoop out the seeds with a spoon so you end up with shallow boats. Spread each cucumber half with a thin layer of full-fat cream cheese, or skip the cheese and replace it with a light smear of mashed avocado if you prefer dairy-free. Lay your smoked salmon over the filling, sprinkle with dill, and gently roll the cucumber halves into little cylinders. They look elegant, taste fabulous, and clock in at under 5 grams of carbs total, mostly fiber, plus a solid 12 grams of protein. The omega-3 fats from the salmon help support brain health and circulation, 2 areas that can become concerns for seniors. Best of all, you don't need to cook anything, just a cutting board and a sharp knife. Finally, let's shake things up with a Power Bulletproof Coffee, adjusted for our sugar-free goals. You might have heard of bulletproof coffee as a high-fat, high-energy breakfast replacement. Here's how to make a senior-friendly version without any hidden carbs. Brew your favorite coffee, drip, French press, or pour over, about 8 ounces. In a blender, combine the hot coffee with 1 tablespoon of grass-fed butter or ghee. For a dairy-free option, use coconut oil instead, and 1 tablespoon of MCT oil or pure medium-chain triglyceride oil. Blend on high for 20 seconds until it's frothy and emulsified. Pour into your favorite mug and, if you like, sprinkle a dash of cinnamon or nutmeg on top. No sugar, no carbs, but about 250 calories of pure, lasting energy. The fats slow the release of caffeine, giving you a gentle, sustained alertness without the jitters or the crash. Some people worry about the saturated fat, but in moderation and as part of a balanced day, those healthy fats can actually support stable blood sugar and better nutrient absorption. Especially helpful if you're on multiple medications that can interfere with appetite or vitamin uptake. These first 3 breakfasts share something in common. They're all high in protein, rich in healthy fats, and require minimal or no cooking equipment. You can scramble eggs in almost any nonstick pan, assemble a roll-up on a cutting board, or blend your coffee with any countertop blender. The goal is to make your morning routine as effortless as possible, so you'll stick with it day after day and truly feel the difference. Steady energy, stable mood, clear thinking, and no mid-morning slump or craving for sweets. Now that we've covered scrambled eggs with spinach and avocado, smoked salmon cucumber roll-ups, and power coffee bulletproof style, you've got a strong start to a no-carb, no-sugar breakfast plan that's tailored for seniors. Next, we'll move into 3 more creative, portable, and just as simple ideas. So stay tuned to keep building a repertoire of 12 breakfasts that will keep you energized, satisfied, and independent for every morning to come. Imagine waking up on a brisk morning knowing you don't have to scramble for quick toast or cereal. You've already got 3 power breakfasts under your belt: eggs with spinach and avocado, smoked salmon cucumber roll-ups, and bulletproof-style coffee. Now let's add 3 more options that stay within our no-carb, no-sugar framework, but introduce new flavors and textures to keep things exciting and suit different mornings. Breakfast 4 is a savory chia pudding, minus the carbs. Traditional chia pudding relies on sweeteners and fruit, but we'll swap those for herbs, spices, and savory mix-ins. You'll need just a small bowl, a spoon, and a fridge to set it overnight. In a mason jar or container, stir together 3 tablespoons of chia seeds and 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, or another low-carb plant milk. Season with a pinch of garlic powder, smoked paprika, and a dash of salt. Give it a good stir so the seeds don't clump, then cover and refrigerate. In the morning, stir again. Your seeds will have swelled into a creamy pudding. Top with a tablespoon of crumbled feta cheese, skip if you're dairy-free, a sprinkle of chopped fresh parsley, and a few sliced olives. The chia seeds provide fiber, plant protein, and omega-3 fats, while the savory seasonings transform breakfast into something reminiscent of a creamy dip. If you're on a sodium-restricted diet, skip the olives and reduce salt. The natural nuttiness of the chia still shines through. Next up is breakfast 5, a hearty egg and sausage muffin. No bread required. You'll need 12 jumbo silicone muffin cups and a standard muffin tin. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In a bowl, whisk 6 eggs with a tablespoon of heavy cream, optional for extra richness, and season with pepper. Lightly grease each muffin cup. Line the bottom of 6 cups with thin slices of cooked sausage. Choose a sugar-free, nitrate-free variety. Then pour the egg mixture over. Sprinkle diced bell pepper and a pinch of fresh thyme into each. Bake for 15 to 18 minutes until the eggs are set and tops turn lightly golden. Let cool a few minutes before popping them out. Each egg and sausage muffin clocks in at under 2 grams of carbs and delivers around 10 grams of protein, plus healthy fats from the eggs. These freeze and reheat beautifully. Pop one in the microwave for 30 seconds on busy mornings, and you have a grab-and-go powerhouse. Breakfast 6 takes us into the world of cottage cheese and nuts, elevated to a creamy parfait without any sugar. Spoon half a cup of full-fat cottage cheese into a bowl. If lactose intolerance is an issue, swap in a dairy-free ricotta made from almond or coconut. Top with 2 tablespoons of chopped walnuts or pecans, a teaspoon of ground flaxseed, and a generous sprinkle of cinnamon. Cinnamon adds a warm flavor and helps stabilize blood sugar. That's especially helpful for seniors managing diabetes or prediabetes. If you're on a strict low-histamine diet, you might choose hemp seeds instead of nuts. The combination delivers a solid 12 grams of protein, plus heart-healthy omega-3s and fiber. The mild tang of cottage cheese harmonizes with the crunch of nuts, making every spoonful satisfying. And again, 0 added sugars or grains. You'll notice these breakfasts share a few things. They're mostly make-ahead or quick-assemble, rely on minimal cookware, and let you layer protein and healthy fats for lasting fullness. Whether you prefer something you can sip, chia pudding, grab from the freezer, egg muffins, or spoon slowly, cottage cheese parfait, you've now got 6 ways to start your day without relying on toast, cereal, or sugary pastries. As you try these options, pay attention to how your body responds. Maybe the savory chia pudding becomes your midday snack as well, or the frozen muffins replace an afternoon meeting donut. The goal is freedom, breaking the sugar-carb cycle that leaves you craving more, and instead building new habits that support stable energy and clear thinking. Up next, we'll explore breakfast 7, 8, and 9, each bringing fresh ingredients and new flavors, but the same no-carb, no-sugar promise. When you're ready, let's keep building your menu so every morning feels like a step toward more strength, independence, and vitality. Here are 3 more breakfast ideas that slip right into your morning routine without grains, sugar, or fuss, keeping you energized and satisfied well into the day. By now you've mastered chia pudding, egg and sausage muffins, and cottage cheese parfaits. let's explore 3 fresh options that bring new flavors, textures to your no-carb lineup. Breakfast 7 invites the cool creaminess of a savory Greek-style yogurt bowl. Skip the sweet granola and jam. You'll build a bowl that tastes like a Greek mezze platter instead. Spoon half a cup of full-fat plain Greek yogurt into a bowl. If dairy is an issue, try unsweetened coconut milk yogurt, though note its protein will be lower. To that, add a quarter cup of diced cucumber, a tablespoon of chopped Kalamata olives, and a sprinkling of crumbled feta cheese. Finish with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil and a few torn fresh mint leaves. The fat and protein in the yogurt keep you full, while the briny olives and rich olive oil awaken your palate. Omega-3s from the olives and probiotics in the yogurt support both heart health and digestion. 2 areas seniors watch closely. If you're on a low-sodium plan, choose low-salt olives or rinse them quickly under water to wash away excess brine. A bowl like this takes just 2 minutes to assemble but feels indulgent and whole foods packed. Moving on to breakfast 8. Let's break out a keto-inspired tuna salad toast. No bread required. On a sturdy plate, lay 2 large Swiss chard leaves flat like tiny boats. In a bowl, flake half a can of tuna packed in water, drained, then fold in 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise, or mashed avocado for lower inflammation, a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and finely chopped celery or pickles for crunch. Season with pepper and a squeeze of lemon. Spoon the tuna mixture evenly onto each charred leaf. Toast. Garnish with capers or sliced scallion if you like. The leafy wrap replaces grains while delivering fiber, and the tuna brings 20 grams of lean protein plus brain-healthy DHA. The creamy binder keeps it all from slipping, and each leaf packet is easy to hold, even if your hands aren't as steady as they used to be. If you have thyroid concerns, choose wild-caught tuna and limit to twice a week. Otherwise, you can enjoy this bright, portable breakfast any day of the week. Breakfast 9 is a colorful tofu scramble that rivals any diner plate, but without the carbs. You'll need a non-stick skillet and about 10 minutes of cooking time. Crumble half a block of firm tofu into the skillet and stir over medium heat. Before it browns, add a teaspoon each of turmeric for color and anti-inflammation, nutritional yeast for savory, cheesy flavor and B vitamins, and a pinch of garlic powder. Toss in a handful of spinach or chopped kale so the greens wilt right into the tofu. Finish with a tablespoon of diced sun-dried tomatoes, well-packed, drained, for a tangy pop. The result is golden, savory, and rich in plant protein. Tofu delivers 15 grams of protein per half block plus calcium. Spinach adds fiber and iron. Those turmeric and nutritional yeast both support healthy joints and nerves. A boon if you're dealing with arthritis stiffness. If you're on a strict low-histamine diet, skip the sun-dried tomatoes and add fresh cherry tomatoes instead. Serve hot, straight from the skillet, alongside a cup of herbal tea or a bullet-style coffee for extra warmth and cozy satisfaction. At 9 breakfast strong, you've already added savory yogurt bowls, tuna-filled greens, and turmeric-kissed tofu scrambles to your morning mix. Each recipe honors our no-carb, no-sugar promise, yet feels anything but restrictive, because when protein, healthy fats, and simple flavors come together, you never miss the toast or cereal. Instead, you gain steady energy, balanced blood sugar, and the pleasure of new tastes to look forward to. Keep these 9 ideas rotating through your week, and you'll notice fewer mid-morning slumps, more stable mood, and perhaps even a slimmer waistline as you trade carbs for fuel that lasts. More importantly, each breakfast is designed to require minimal tools: a bowl, a skillet, a few simple ingredients, so you spend less time cooking and more time savoring. With these 9 breakfasts in your back pocket, you're already powering through your mornings with confidence. There's more to come as you continue expanding your repertoire. But for now, take a moment to appreciate how far you've come. Each day you reach for one of these low-carb, no-sugar plates, you're reinforcing healthy habits that keep you vibrant, active, and ready for whatever the day brings. Here's our final trio of breakfasts. Ideas 10 through 12. That wrap up your week's worth of no-carb, no-sugar morning meals. Each one stays quick, nourishing, and easy on prep so you can keep up the habit without extra fuss. Breakfast 10 brings you a creamy avocado-topped smoked salmon plate. Take half a ripe avocado, mash it lightly with a fork, and spread it across 2 slices of cucumber or radish rounds. If you prefer, you can swap in endive leaves or thick slices of roasted eggplant to up the vegetable intake. Next, layer on 3 thin slices of smoked salmon, folding them gently so they nestle atop the avocado. Finish with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice, a sprinkle of chopped dill or chives, and a pinch of cracked pepper. You'll get healthy monounsaturated fats from the avocado, omega-3s from the salmon to support heart and brain health, and no hidden carbs. All within a finger food format that's both elegant and accessible. If you worry about sodium, choose wild-caught salmon labeled low sodium, and rinse it briefly under cold water before using. This dish takes under 5 minutes to assemble, and doubles as a light lunch if you're busy later in the day. Moving on to breakfast 11, let's whip up a mini crustless quiche you can bake ahead and reheat. In a mixing bowl, whisk 2 eggs with a tablespoon of heavy cream, or coconut milk for dairy-free, a pinch of salt, and a grind of pepper. Stir in half a cup of chopped cooked spinach, a quarter cup of shredded cheese, cheddar or Gruyere both work, and a tablespoon of finely diced red bell pepper for a sweet crunch. Pour the mixture into a greased muffin tin. This recipe makes 2 to 3 mini quiches, depending on tin size, and bake at 180 degrees Celsius 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes, until the centers are set and the tops begin to turn golden. Once cooled, you can store these in the fridge for up to 3 days, grabbing one whenever you need a protein-packed, virtually carb-free start. The eggs deliver 8 grams of protein each, the cheese adds calcium, and the spinach offers fiber plus vitamins. If you have an egg allergy or are following a vegan plan, try a chickpea flour batter instead. Similar texture, slightly different flavor, and still low carb when spiced and baked into muffins. Last but certainly not least, breakfast 12 is a warm nut butter latte that feels indulgent yet contains 0 added sugar. You'll need a blender or shaker bottle. Combine 1 cup of unsweetened almond, macadamia, or coconut milk with 1 tablespoon of almond or cashew butter, a teaspoon of cocoa powder, optional, for a mocha twist, a pinch of cinnamon, and a handful of ice cubes. Blend until frothy, or shake vigorously if you don't have a blender. Pour into your favorite mug and sip slowly as you settle into your morning newspaper or favorite chair. This drink supplies healthy fats that fuel your brain, a hint of indulgence from the nut butter, and keeps blood sugar steady so you avoid mid-morning crashes. If tree nuts are an issue, swap in 100% sunflower seed butter or even a tablespoon of plain, unsalted tahini. Just mind the flavor shift. Sesame seeds bring a savory note rather than a sweet one. 12 breakfasts, each low to 0 carbs, sugar-free, and rich in protein and healthy fats. That's a full 3-week roster if you repeat each idea twice. You've covered chilled puddings, savory bowls, wraps, scrambles, parfaits, muffins, salads, and drinkable breakfasts, each designed to spark energy and satisfy your morning cravings without spiking blood sugar. Remember, the essence of no-carb breakfast isn't deprivation. It's about emphasizing real, whole foods that keep you full and focused. As you rotate through these recipes, you may find some favorites you want more often. Feel free to customize with herbs, spices, or garnishes that reflect your tastes and dietary needs. The core principle remains: protein plus fat plus fiber-rich veggies or low-carb fruits equals sustained energy, clearer mind, and better mood. Your next step is simply to pick a breakfast each evening before bed, lay out any ingredients you need, and wake up ready to assemble. This small evening ritual sets you up for success. No debating. What should I eat? When you're half awake. Over time, these meals will feel as familiar as your favorite cereal, yet far more supportive of your health goals. Thank you for joining this breakfast adventure. If you've tried these recipes or have your own no-carb, no-sugar breakfast ideas, drop a comment below to share. And if you found this guide helpful, tap the thumbs up button and subscribe for more practical tips on healthy aging. Here's to delicious mornings that fuel your day and your best life, one bite at a time.